What's up, everybody, and welcome to the second ever edition of the Over and Buried podcast. My name is Brian Nemeth, here the host, where you go over or you simply get buried. Here to bring you the 2025 Elimination Chamber predictions for tonight here in Toronto. So let's get right into it. First, we have the tag team match between Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. To me, this is an easy victory for both Tiffany Stratton and the hometown hero and Trish Stratus. I would have liked to see the build between the babyface Tiffany getting the torch passed to her by the GOAT herself, Trish. I wish this were a one-on-one match, but I think this intensifies the story with Charlotte that, she's actually the true GOAT. So I believe it's going to be an easy victory, and I think, it'll close the chapter finally of the Tiffany versus Nia saga. Secondly, we have the unsanctioned match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm going to have to go and give this one to Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens has been on a warpath. I do think he's poised to win this match here, kind of put the final nail in the coffin there between he and Sami and their storied past together. I think we get a little bit of a swerve here. I think Randy Orton comes back and actually helps Kevin Owens here to win this match, beating Sami Zayn. RKOing him out of nowhere, stuns Kevin. I think we are, and this is my bold prediction, I think we're poised to get some sort of faction down the line. This could include, the likes of Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, a Drew McIntyre, maybe even a Seth Rollins down the line, but I don't see that anymore, seeing as he's more of a face. But I think the three of those as a new Netflix world order, if you will. That was my prediction here at the beginning of the year. So standing firm with that, think Kevin Owens gets the victory over Sami Zayn here tonight. And ultimately, this will lead to a story of Randy Orton versus Cody for Randy's revenge tour, where the teacher, goes against the student. Next, we have the women's elimination chamber match. We have Bayley versus Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Naomi versus Roxanne Perez. Can this be Liv? It can't be her after winning the tag team titles, right? We've seen this a million times. We've seen Rhea versus Liv. It is a realm of possibility, but I don't think it is the case tonight here. Roxanne Perez, I do believe, is going to become the MVP of this match. Just like Tiffany Stratton was last year, where she really shined in that match tremendously down in Australia. Ultimately, I think Jade somehow gets herself into the Elimination Chamber. We have the stare down between the three of Jade, Naomi, and Bianca. We have a bit of suspense here for a few moments where we're wondering who actually attacked Jade. And ultimately, I think Jade turns to Naomi, and, that gets Bianca coming out on top, eventually going on to face Rhea Ripley. Bianca has been in the tag team scene for quite some time. It's time to get her back to the main event scene. We have Cody Rhodes. Will he give the answer to The Rock that he'll sell his soul to him? Will we see Homelander Cody? Will he be turning heel? I think it's not at this time, but ultimately, Cody ultimately says no. I think we'll see Rock beat down on Cody, whipping him with a weight belt that we saw on Friday Night SmackDown with the date of the passing of Dusty Rhodes. There's always going to be a plan B. We've seen this before with the corporate champion. Rock, I think, is going to eventually progress this story, threaten to, first take Dusty out of the Hall of Fame, and eventually, threaten to erase him from WWE history altogether. But this, I think, is how the storyline progresses here. Didn't like the original promo that we had between Rock and Cody, but I do believe that story, there's more meat on the bone there. And then finally, the main event, we have the men's Elimination Chamber match, who will go on to face Cody at WrestleMania 41 between John Cena, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, CM Punk, Logan Paul, and Seth freaking Rollins. Cena here is the obvious choice, right? But I think that, that's too easy. That's a cop out here. The last singles match that John Cena has won, I believe, back was in 2018. So it's been, thousands of days since that has transpired. So I think Cena is, too much of a softball there. So ultimately, I think it's going to be somebody that we don't expect. My pick for Royal Rumble and my pick now for Elimination Chamber, I'm going to say, is Drew McIntyre. He is ultimately, recently, in recent memory, has been the MVP of the Elimination Chamber. So I do think he goes on to win the Chamber. I do believe ultimately CM Punk cashes in the favor with Paul Heyman, taking Drew McIntyre's spot away from him at WrestleMania by beating him in a one-on-one match eventually, as we build to Las Vegas. And I think the plan B, we don't have Roman Reigns in a match here. He doesn't have a path to WrestleMania at this point in time. So I think the plan B, we could see Roman Reigns selling his soul to The Rock that eventually, maybe that leads up to a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania 42. Hopefully that we finally do get Rock versus Roman. So don't know what inning we're in. Don't even know what game we're in. But I think there's still more story to tell. But just to recap, got Drew McIntyre for the men's elimination chamber. Cody is saying no to The Rock. I do believe Bianca Belair wins the women's elimination chamber. Kevin Owens gets the victory over Sammy in the unsanctioned match. And obviously we get the Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus going over on Nia and Candice LeRae. But tuning in here at 7 o'clock, for the Elimination Chamber in Toronto at Rogers Center. It's going to be popping. We're on the road to WrestleMania. But signing off, we'll go into a review of the event once it's concluded. But thanks as always, and thank you for the house. Enjoy, guys.